for me. One day when I was lost, he died upon the cross. I know it was the blood for me. Ah, welcome to Daily Divine Guidance 9774. Again, this can change. I do believe that title will change because we're here to inspire. And this is why people are so adamantly having so much fun, bringing me so much drama. But God, amen. So I like to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't heard the praise, just know that it was the blood. I know it was the blood. It's the song. And truly, that is what God did for this entire world. He sent his son Jesus that he may die and be risen again. He shed his blood that we all may be immune, redeemed, reclaimed. Our sins will be paid off by our Almighty Creator. So we have sinned, all have. So if you're looking for someone's sins, keep looking, you'll find it. I'm sure. Okay? But God has his records that he keeps of whose debts are paid. How are those debts paid? By professing. How simple is this, you guys? All this karma people talking about, which are sins. You simply have faith, if possible, the size of a mustard seed. Something so small. And you trust God that in that you can have the faith to believe that Jesus was risen from the dead and rose from the grave on the third day. So if you can believe it in your heart and confess it with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, you shall be saved. Now, this is not just some words. Being baptized is not just an act. Okay? These are things that you truly want to delve in and have even the smallest faith to say, Lord, I trust you. I'm going to try this. I'm going to see. He said, taste and see that the Lord is good. Taste them, try them. See if it's good for you. Okay? When all else fails. Because, some of us can make it without God. Well, praise the Lord. But he's still yet in us, for us. He's with us. He is us. Whether you like that or not. Whether you believe it or not. Whether you endorse it or not. Like, some people know that, but it's like, I'm God. I just spoke to a lady that was telling me, hello, everybody, about her having a heart surgery. She says it runs in the family. Cancer runs in the family. I think the cancer's on the mom's side and the heart was on the dad's side. I said, listen, I don't care. But my daughter's a doctor, nurse, and my son is the other one is a psychiatrist. And all I said was, sometimes I believe cancer is when things happen to us and we don't necessarily resolve it. So we don't treat ourselves very well. Although we may get married, we may have a house, we may have a car, a business, very successful. So I get on live. So, sometimes we don't feel father treated us, or our mother. It's just something that we believe that may not be, but it's what we believe. And so we don't treat ourselves so well. So we go through our lives, maybe not exercising, maybe not eating well, maybe not trusting God or life. Hello, Mind Pro. How are you? You need that much attention. Couldn't just come in and say hi while I'm talking. That's so rude. You see I'm talking? Whatever you want. I'm talking. Hi. All right. So, yeah. Sometimes, things happen in life, and maybe we don't recover. So we live our entire lives feeling like we're not worthy, or people don't like us. So we don't treat ourselves well. We don't eat all the vegetables we can. We don't drink all the water we can. We don't exercise like we could. Because of an event, most times in our youth, between newborn and maybe 20, 23, things happen. And we haven't necessarily processed it enough to come to the conclusion, oh well, that person didn't know any better. They did their best, and I'll be okay. You know, in fact, I can forgive them. In fact, I can understand. I'm not even going to hold anything against them. So if they were to come back into my life, you know, I don't have to feel like I'm, you know, in this cancel culture thing where, oh, well, she hurt my feelings once or twice. I can't, no, she can't be in my life anymore. Oh, God. I mean, what kind of bubble is that where everybody has to be your clone? Everybody has to think and feel like you. Is that really real life? Are you serious? Let me find some candy here. Hi, how much is it? How much? 2? How much?
3.
I don't have it. Okay. Sorry. 2? Okay. I only have 3. I mean 2. Look. Now one of these is oh shoot. It's broken. There you go. You can count it. It's ripped. I'm sorry. Is that okay?
No.
Okay. Thank you. It's all. Thanks. All right. Have a blessed day. All right. So I tried to give it to them. I ripped it earlier on a live, and I'm still like trying to pass it. Yup. So I hope I'm in the right direction, y'all. I'm gonna need gas. So things happen, and again, people give you what they have. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let this go. I haven't apologized. You ain't gotta accept it if you're alive. I don't. But it is different when you can talk to people that you know, and they have such a different personality than what you remember. That is so bitter and stern and nasty, because they wrongfully blame you for things that you were not responsible for. You know. I said something earlier, and again, you can only know who you are and let the Holy Spirit lead you, literally. I don't recommend following anything else, and I don't care who does. I suggest you let God's relationship that you have with Him guide you. No third parties, okay? I feel like some people have actually been poisoned as a child by rape or molestation or whatever. They may have picked up AIDS, syphilis, a bad attitude, demons, resentment, just by the people they're around, like me. I have children. I never gave my children a problem a day in my life. The most I would do is try and discipline them based on what I saw and knew and felt. And they didn't always agree with that. Like the oldest one would, I don't remember none of this. She would tell me that the little one was doing something, and I would respond with discipline or whatever, and the younger one would get upset. The younger one would be talking about the big one, or whatever. They would have conflict, and by me just listening, I would respond. Because as a single parent, which these children don't seem to understand, you're doing your best to deal with everyday life, going out to work. Understanding that sometimes your family is not available mentally, spiritually, or even socially to assist you. Like, I knew these people had bad understanding, whoever they are. Some families have bad mental health. They don't think clearly. So you do all you can with what you have to protect your children and to teach them and to discipline them. But there are times where you get it wrong. You're human. And these kids not understanding that, like, they're going to be in the same boat at some point. They go off the deep end and hold a grudge for lifetimes, Jesus. They're so unnecessary. Life is full of the same stuff from any and everybody. So for them to have such a rigid default, wrong, you got to go, it's like really crazy. Because they're never going to be or get anywhere with like trying to cut everybody off because they're not a clone of themselves. Like, they're so perfect. And that's my point. You're learning just like I did. They're my age now. And they're now learning some of the lessons I had to learn, which is you cannot control others. You cannot, like these crazy relatives taught them, like you can control people. You can tell them what to think and do so they be perfect for you like a narcissist. Act this way, then I'll think you're perfect. Don't do this as a human, then I'll feel that you're a good mother or parent. Oh, well, you did this over 10 years ago, so I don't see you as a good person. Sorry. Oh, you made this mistake and slipped up and called me a bad name because I had a personality that day and said what I thought and hurt your little feelings because I was wrong, but I wouldn't know that because your mom and daddy, my grandparents, or whoever these demons are, taught you that I was better than you and that I need to compete with you and need to see you as if you're incompetent because they were the asses causing me and my sister and you, mom, to lose our shit with this raggedy group of folks they know. These relatives, quote unquote. These folks that we never even met and hung out with, but once or twice in life because you, mom, had the discernment to understand these people ain't bright. They're retarded. Something wrong with them. So there's a lot of people that got spiritual demons, sexual demons, all kinds of stuff going on. Because people don't do things right. They don't. They don't do things right. And they affect the whole family, which is where these curses come from. I'll just put my middle finger up to the person in front of me because they purposely try to make you get the light because they retarded. This is the new prejudice where people play on the lights until you miss the light and then you got to wait for the next light and they hope 45 cars get in front of you so you can't go and cuss them out and put your middle finger back up for them being a jerk because they made you miss the light, knowing everybody got somewhere to go and everybody's anxious and up in the air, weird. But they just find so much pleasure being retarded on the streets now, playing around at the light. I mean, literally like little kids on a skateboard or a motorcycle. You got to sit here and entertain their stupidity. You end up missing the light because you can't hit them because they're hogging the left side, the right side, left, just being a child. Yeah, that's the new pettiness that these mentally challenged people do outside. And they find so much pleasure making you miss your light. Yeah, oh Lord, they just love it. So there are people that were infected with diseases, people that were infected with bad attitudes, bad personalities due to people playing games with their lives. And now they want a new life. Now they want a new personality. So some of these little numbskulls are out here looking for body parts, looking for people. I promise you there's people out here that's crazy enough in their head to believe that they can snatch your good nature but cause you to be nasty and spiritually swap where they're sweet again because their ugly was coming back up. Old elderly folks sitting around trying to do these little magic spells where they glamorize themselves using younger people where you're real pretty. They stress you out so bad to the point where you can't be who God made you. Got you doing dumb stuff once again, affecting you. And then they're out here smiling pretty, your teeth falling out, theirs getting newer. They want to get some new teeth. Oh, you losing yours. Huh? How's that? Well, if someone's trying to clone you, they can take your teeth, right? Get your teeth to fall out. And you put it somewhere thinking, okay, I'm going to pray over this and blah, blah, blah. And then you look around, that tooth is missing. In fact, when you go to the dentist, some of them take those teeth and go and try to call themselves trying to give it to a voodoo doctor or someone that paid for that tooth. So they can do whatever they want to do with it. Now, who does that? People that's crazy. So again, we're not talking to people that literally, we ain't talking to nobody. We're talking in general. Like I said, I can say right now, the sky is gray, but it has a tinge of blue. And it'll be somebody saying ugly red with a little bit of orange and want to go back and forth about why we talking about the sky. Then once again, you do what you're doing and leave what the skip I'm doing. And then we're going to all get along. Okay? There you go. I can say what I want to say here. You say what you want to say, what you do. Whatever you do. Test a lie, I be testifying. So what? Okay? So, sometimes people think they can take your body and put your skin on because they feel in their little baby head that you have more benefits being the color that you are, and they want that. This would be a whole black man as dark as a tire. Thinking he gonna steal your skin and your chichas and your cucharacha, and he gonna go out here and be the best woman version of himself, and you can have his old body. That I say these people be having problems in their head. They really feel they can take you out or do some type of swap and be who you are. And I guess you inherit all they don't like about themselves, which is sad. That's sad. That is a sad person that literally wants to not be who they are. And you all be sitting here really loving these guys, really, really loving them. And these guys and girls don't even like themselves. They wish they could steal your wallet and credit card. Let them go and work hard and figure something out. They want to steal your stuff and make your life miserable while they living on your dime. That's wicked. And that's quite okay. It's quite okay. Because God is in control. So what I was saying is sometimes people do wake up at 18 to find out they have AIDS and syphilis because they were molested as children. Sometimes they never find out till they're in their 40s and 50s, and they don't care to. They can have a little itching that something's wrong, but they'll never go get it checked. They just keep going and going, playing Russian roulette, being reckless, because they probably never had a chance to just live without that thing in the back of their head saying, I know I'm not well. They didn't want to hear that because they'd already been violated. They'd already not had a choice as children. See what I'm saying? They'd already been injected with bad attitudes and folks that was cussing them out all the time. Now they cuss people out all the time. They didn't want it. It's sad. So there you go. There you have it. People that are resentful, people that are bitter, people that are brokenhearted. And it comes off as they curse a lot. They hate everybody. They don't like anybody. And they would love to swap with somebody that's healthy, somebody that's wealthy, somebody that's good. Because they don't feel they have an opportunity to be that. Although they do, but in their little baby head, they don't have that option. So they feel absolutely sad. And they won't go to a professional. They absolutely will not find a professional to assist them with this, because most times these people live in secrecy. They do. They live in secrecy, and they cool with that. They cool with it. Because how do you explain to people that you're not well? You don't feel good. You take medicine. And you can do that. There are societies. There are groups of people that get together that have different conditions. Whole society. And very beautiful people. Again, these were young people, all ages, that didn't have a chance to really explore anything with a good conscience because of their condition. And there should be. Do I need to start it? Do I need to start these things where you guys can meet up and say, hey, me too, me too, me too. And y'all can hang out because y'all got the same condition. Strange part, excuse me. Some of these people really like you, and they hope you can become a vampire like them. Now, again, when y'all are saying vampires, these people are probably people that need new blood. And they're probably killing still for it instead of going to the doctor doing transfusions and stuff because they don't want to be known as sick. Isn't that sick? They will literally come and kill your child and take blood. Their kids can be sick because of their reckless lifestyle. And now they want your child stuff. Telling your child that your child got something. So now they're going to come and do something to your child so they can have whatever needs they need. Or whatever blood work or body parts. These people are sick out here. Obsessed with your blood, your child's blood. And I'll say it again. We are not necessarily African American. I don't know who is. But I promise you, the blood we got, it will reject everybody. So if you're trying to use blood or something from the family or something like that, you might as well keep what you got with this one. Y'all need to stop eyeballing stuff. These doctors don't know either. I do. Doctors don't know everything. They can't retain all that information. Is he still on? What the frick? Oh, he on something. They need a ride. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. People need to stop playing outside. So yeah, people obsessed with other people's blood because they need new blood. They're not vampires. They're actually just needing supply. When you meet a narcissist, they need something. They don't like people. They care less what you look like. They care less what you sound like. They really don't care how much money you make, except they can fund their medications. A lot of these people are so immature. I'm going to say baby head again. They are very immature, literally. They do not have the mental capacity to express who they are and what they need. So they have found creative ways to use people. And they're very aggressive in some cases because they are very needy. They don't know how to get their needs met. These are children in adult bodies. This is not a joke. I'm not calling people names. If you talk to these people and you really get them comfortable, you will hear the baby in them. I asked that guy. He had a scar on his head. He told me the story of a lady because he was acting demonic and thirsty and weird. She popped him upside the head with a shoe heel, and it gashed him. He tries to hide it. He don't like to tell it because to him it's very, very sad because he's not mature enough to understand. He was being scary. Big old black man acting aggressive and weird. Yeah, that could make somebody mad or scare them and they want to smack you upside the head with anything possible. Thought she almost killed me. So you cannot wear heels around this fool. He don't like heels. He will tear your shoes up. He will tell you be in some gym shoes. I promise you. But one day I was in the store. I said, "They where they hit that baby?" He said, "Oh, right here." I said, "Oh Lord." That was the response. And he was not playing. I mean, he hides it. I understand. But and I tried to stay because I really felt like his mom really did leave him with me. She knew how he was. She knew how she was. And only few people will understand that because most people don't care. When they look at him, they just see his age, the fact that he goes to work and he looks good. He does. He's not a bad looking person. But I knew that he had some things where he would need somebody to help him get through the later parts of his life. I did, and I want to cry because I see that with my parents, and they fight. These people be fighting like you could die. That's a narcissist for you. They don't even care about the love you try to show them because they're just so needy and crazy. Seriously, they don't get it. They don't have human emotions. Whatever happened to them to cause them to be to slow down. It's like a child. You can't expect a child to really understand empathy and sympathy. Some of them have it. Kudos, but a lot of them are checked out already. They're already cold-hearted, and they never probably will grow into that. And these are the people that society probably want to eliminate. If the parents were that way, they probably figure the kids will be too. And this is why I believe they have a certain sector of society where if the parents were known or showed certain signs and sympathies, certain signs and stuff, they don't cater to that community because it's like they're so far broken. They're so far already damaged that they probably will not be good for society and they probably will not be trusted with certain things. And this is the poor population. But I think it's sad because they're really dealing with a disability that they didn't ask for. They did not ask to have whatever they're dealing with. I don't think anybody chose what's what. They may be making choices now, but again, if you see a person, they may look very healthy and you may not understand, but these people actually need help. And that's why they do what they want out of desperation. They really be feeling like there's no other option. They really do. They don't really phantom that there's other solutions to their problems. Like some of these people feel like if somebody crosses them, that person needs to die. That's somebody with a mental problem. Just because a person didn't do something the way you thought don't mean they should die. If somebody knows a secret, like maybe you got your sister pregnant or a niece, or maybe even your daughter, stepdaughter, whatever, you need to die. Am I the only one that know that? Why am I dying? Whole bunch of the kid know, the mama know. Why are you worried about me? See what I'm saying? That's crazy. If I know, then how many more people know? Why are you bothering me? And that was a question posed on the internet. How come everybody jumping on this one person? What's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? Huh? What's the problem? And people need to find out why we fat. What are we allergic to? Is it BS? I know I am. And poverty. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Who wants to be poor in their right mind? Who believes that's all there is to life? You need to grow up. You need to be fighting that like a disease. Not me, stupid. Oh, well, I have to deal with this. And oh, I can't, and this is just how life is for you. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, baby. I don't want it. That's for you. That's what you believe. I don't believe that. I believe that we all have the ability through God to create wealth, whatever that is. Me driving a Lexus ain't got nothing to do with you wanting to drive a Nissan. Me driving a Tesla ain't got nothing to do with you wanting to drive a Ford. You got that Ford, you got that Nissan, you got that Kia, you got that Chevy, you got whatever you got because you felt like that's what you wanted to get. If you didn't want it, you shouldn't have got it. When I go out, I literally go to Kelley Blue Books now, or I can go to Carfax, and I trust these two. I grew up with Kelley Blue Books because my stepdad was into cars. Man, he loved cars, and I just adapted that same personality because he would take us, the whole family, to Warshawski's, over there off of Ogden, baby, near 16th and Pulaski, somewhere over there, Sacramento, wherever, Warshawski's, whatever it was. We go there, get auto parts, washing machine parts, child, since the 70s and 80s, okay? So, Warshawski's, auto parts or parts store. Yes, we did. And we would get parts for the car, pretty much. And it was fine. So Warshawski, okay. And so I'm not telling anybody's story. I don't know anything about people in AIDS to diagnose. I know there's people, I've heard stories where people found out at 18, the family would tell them you was born with AIDS or you were molested, and this is and they would have to go out into the world and suck it up and figure it out. And most times did not have support, although the family knew and maybe some of the family friends. Here's America, y'all. Hello. Yeah, they be looking like, who's you talking to? Everybody know people got phones now. I don't know why people still acting surprised. So it's sad, it's unfortunate. But God is a healer. God is a healer. There are people all throughout the Bible that had issues, various issues with themselves and with their lives. And always joining. Come on in. Wow. Always hiring. I need to go up there. But I know my little stalker's going to be there acting a whole fool trying to get me fired. Stupid. So I'm driving. Anyway, so I wish she gets some barbecue. That's what she should get. I don't know if she wants that barbecue. So it's unfortunate, but God is a healer. These people have put a lot of stuff on me. I don't know if they were really experimenting, but since I met this guy, my face would break out real bad. My teeth started going crazy. It grew back. Like I prayed and asked God to grow back. It's a tooth that grew way back here, like a wisdom tooth. He was like, "What's wrong with your breath?" And then I learned that there was a tooth growing there. They pulled it. But these teeth close up the gaps. They're supposed to. Like I said, the doctors now, the dentists, supposed to be healers. They literally leave a bone or a chip in there so that it doesn't close up. So you have to buy dentures and implants. That's the bone they're talking about. That's there that they have to use, the bone mass, for them to still plant that in your skull. So if you see the skeleton, there's still bone there, right? Where the tooth can naturally grow back in, they leave the old part of the old one there most times. Or it breaks off by deterioration, whether it's through them neglecting certain things when they see you, or your neglect, or maybe some health issue, whatever. But it does not close up. It's supposed to. It's supposed to close naturally. Whenever a tooth falls out, they're all supposed to come to the front. That's why you got 32. One falls out, the rest of them are supposed to come and close that gap. But they don't let that happen naturally. Money. So whatever the case, yeah, not to get gas. Yeah. Okay, where are you going? Better move fast, lady. These people in this traffic just get stabbed. Look, better go. Oh, she's parking. So, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but God is able. Okay, these people, see, they got all this stuff out here. Oh, his thing must fail. People out here selling like it's springtime, summertime, and if I'm out here with a table, they'll be pulling up. Dude, where your peddler's license at? What you? But God is a healer, and here's the crazy part: even if He don't heal you, you can still get to what? Heaven. You can still get to heaven. Somebody said He don't want no diseased body. Those are the people He want. Let me get off this thing.